Is your dad a firefighter?
He's a retired firefighter. And then there's also a picture online that, like, it's on Google, like, images, and if you type in, like, whatever, Belle Harbor, Hurricane Sandy, there's a picture of firefighters, like 15 of them with their heads down. They're just standing in front of my house because they knew my dad, and they were just standing there. And my old neighbor from Brooklyn was there, and he said they were just crying. Crazy. But there's, like, nothing.
Where are you guys staying right now?
We got an apartment in Bay Ridge. So, and insurance is covering all that. We were staying with my aunt right after it happened. We were staying there, and now my mom got the apartment like 2 days ago, and we're going to be in there in like a week.
So you have a permanent or semi-permanent place?
For until we rebuild, because they want to rebuild. Everybody over here wants to rebuild, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. Come.
I live in Brooklyn, yes. I was here the night of the night everything basically happened, and it got bad really quick. Is how you can put it. And I don't see much that the government is doing as far as helping wise. Even with the fire department, they didn't come out to maybe 7 o'clock that morning. That's when I came back without everyone else that was in the house with us, and there's basically everyone who lost a house here was with us in that one room basically overnight. And
he was calling Red Cross all night.
I called the Red Cross all night, and then eventually at about 8:30 in the morning is when they came over with some National Guard.
The Red Cross?
National Guard came, not even Red Cross.
Yeah, they took us out in army trucks.
They got us out in a huge troop carrier. So that's pretty much what I've seen from them. They haven't been in communication with them. I actually called the Red Cross to see what they do. They said, oh, we give out blankets, we give out this, we give out that.
Yeah.
But what are you doing as funds wise? People need to rebuild, they need places to stay. They were like, we don't do anything like that. So it's not right, because everyone's giving their money to them and no one is helping past that. So
yeah. Where are you staying right now?
I live in Brooklyn. I didn't lose my house. I was staying with them, and she's staying with me.
Boyfriend?
So, as far as it goes with the Red Cross, we need to see them doing more than just handing out blankets and stuff. Even though that is really important to some people, but when it comes to communities like this, how are you helping people like this? They really focus on people whose house got flooded, and some people don't have a house to go back to.
They didn't lose everything, yeah.
As far as here and Breezy Point, there's so many families without even a home right now, and they're worried about the people that only house they got flooded, pretty much. That's where you're seeing everyone go.
How many houses were destroyed here?
I think
here,
14.
Between 14 and 18 houses on this block were destroyed alone. I mean, there's only 2 left on that corner over there. And then the rest of these going down. And those 2 actually got burned up also.
And everybody's cars are gone.
All the cars are gone.
Everybody's cars.
And in Breezy Point, there's like about 115, 120 houses that's all gone. So
they were evacuated in time from what I hear.
They were mandatory evacuation, so they had to get out of there.
But these folks didn't.
This wasn't mandatory, and the fire wasn't even expected. It started 2 blocks away. The wind was so strong though, every time the wind gusted, another house went on fire. And there's a giant restaurant that used to be on the corner. It's called the Harbor Lights, and when that went on, it was a domino effect down the block on either side. So
people were literally on. This guy's wife is paralyzed. She has MS. Yeah. He had her on a surfboard. That's how she was getting.
I was helping her husband and her son. We actually put her on a surfboard. The water was this high.
Wow.
When we jumped in the water, like literally off the ground to here, this high. So we had her on a surfboard and we were walking her down the block. We got her to the corner, safe enough away from the fire, and they transferred her to a canoe. And they got her on a canoe. Wow. 5 blocks over, which is where pretty much everyone stayed at from this block.
Yeah. And in the water, like my porch was supposed to be here, the water was coming up so high through my basement that it was like 4 inches into my first floor.
That's crazy.
And there were power lines down in the water. People were like, we've heard, not anybody from my block got hurt. We were hearing stories about people getting electrocuted from the wires being down.
Yeah, we're walking through 5 feet of water with power lines in the water with us.
People around here drowned in their basements. My mailman drowned in his basement.
Yeah, old man ready to retire.
He was like 60 years old, going to retire, and he drowned in his basement.
So it's a scary situation, but
it was like raining fire.
The only people you see out here helping is pretty much who live here.
What?
It's sad.
What could volunteers from
I'm sure people can come out here and help people clean up. There's a lot of stuff that people want to get in here and see if they can recover anything. They want to see if they can get any help over here. And as far as cleaning up, I mean, right next door to us was an elderly couple. If you see, their house is burned to the ground.
Yeah, they were like in their 70s.
And they've lived here for about 50 somewhat years, and there's no one there helping them clean up or anything. People have to rebuild. Even if you're not going to rebuild, you still have to clean up.
Yeah.
And they need help. People need help over here, whatever they can. There's some people walking around helping clear out stuff, but when it comes down to digging and actually
Yeah,
looking
getting
for some
in
people
there,
that might even be under the rubble. You don't even know at this point, especially Breezy Point. So many houses. I can imagine if that happened here, the 5 blocks we were away would have been on fire also if this was Breezy Point. So how many people evacuated, thought they were safe, and they're now stuck underneath rubble or something?
I was watching the news and some lady evacuated 3 times to 3 different houses until she was actually safe.